Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so before we get started here, I'm going to request that everybody click that follow option on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe and the that like button, as well as the notification, so you get notified when I put something else up here with another video. So while this warms up here, we've done some missions with the dolphin, and so we're gonna pick up where we left off and probably end up doing some more passenger missions, so we can get some credits built up and see about picking up an explorer. I'm actually drawing a blank on it. Asp Explorer, there we go. Alright. Oh, we got a lot of messages. Why? Let's find out. Promotion to Surveyor. Oh, we got an invitation from Felicity Farseer. Cool. Promotion to Scout. Huh. Ah, yes, those are the ones that we visited. Haas terraformed. So, actually, I want to go to the mission board and see if we can catch that federal mission without it being a pain in the neck. Let's see what we can get. It's usually on top, but I'm going to scan through them. Oop, here anyway. Well, guess not. Good enough. Alright, off to the passenger lounge. So I don't know that we want to go to so many places. Let's see if we can find some that are going to the same place, and we'll go from there. Ooh. Alright. What do we got for transport capability? Lower. Oh, somebody's in trouble. You can hear the guns going off in the dock here. And I'm thinking this reputation falls fairly quickly, but maybe I'm wrong. Sightseeing. Let's see how far these are. 61 light years, not too bad. So I figure with the one-stop shopping, so to speak, we might be able to 70 light years, okay. We might be able to maximize our simplicity and 93. So basically, instead of going to 5 different places, maybe we can just go to 1 or 2. Preferably 1, and something like this, where it's almost 732,000 for one location that's 95 light years away, which with our jump range is only like 4 or 5 jumps. So I think that's the most profitable one, and it does have, like I said before, it does have the crown on it, which means they don't share. Okay, and these are not enough space for that one. That's kind of sad, but so let's see. Let's go with the top paying one that only requires 1, and we'll go from there. So how far is that? 87. Passenger count of 8. Wow. So that would fill up business, and that might. I'm not seeing a lot of. I'm not seeing a lot of first class anyway. I might just. Yeah, let's do that anyway. Okay, so we'll pick these guys up. Tour seeking transport. That's not bad. 420,000. See, there's 2 places. Nothing available. 2 places. 1 place. And there's another one. Alright, let's see what we got ourselves into here real quick. Yeah, we'll get into this stuff here in a second. So, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Okay, so let's see, Rebel Leader. So that one's time sensitive. And we've got 17 hours. Should be able to do that. It's criminal, so we can't get scanned. So there's one of the things that we want to look out for. Let's see. This one's demanding. This one's secretive, is criminals also, so we got to be careful of that. Alright. Let's go to our galaxy map and see where we're going. All kinds of different directions. Let's go to the LP first. We got 4 jumps.
Flight control now offline. Hope to see you again, Commander.
A little bit of lag there, I think. accidentally hit my Z button and deployed a heatsink here.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, might get a little warm on that one. Nope, we're alright.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, we'll do our scan.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, 6A.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I don't see it, so we're gonna go here. That's a little confusing. I don't even see 6 there. I read that wrong. So, looks like we might have to get a little creative on this one. The 6A usually means the 6th planet, and there's usually a moon or something similar. Maybe I just didn't discover it. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing out there. Alright, so we're in 102, 320. Transport Rebel Leader to the Visitor Beacon. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let's see where that is in the system real quick. Yep. Hello, viewers. Feel free to jump into the stream chat and shoot me a message. Just doing some passenger missions at the moment. Alright, cut throttle 75%. It's on the other side. Well, that helps a little bit. I'm going to try to stay outside of that blue until we are about where we want to be.
Incoming mission critical message. Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, so there's our visitor beacon. Our basically just going to fly in here and get close enough to scan it. Let's see what the system map looks like. Ah, there we go, see? 6. 6 is pretty large. Alright, so 6 and A, first planet, just like I was saying. Alright, here comes our glide.
Incoming mission critical message.
People are getting needy now. Let's get rid of these promotions. I'll leave that Felicity Farseer up there for now. Oh, Dorset kicks me out way the heck out here. Just rude.
Incoming mission critical message.
Well, he wants domestic appliances for a bonus. Now, the thing that I've found is if you keep the mission short like this, because we're only going to be going to 3 places. If you keep the mission short enough, then they don't have enough time to really complain. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Now we're going to scan this visitor beacon, and we should be done here.
Mission objective complete.
So we're going to go uphill to about 45 degrees. Back to the galaxy map. Okay. From here, we're going to go all the way across. Alright, so it's 7 jumps there.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
We've going to have to go into Super Cruise before we can jump, because our target is obscured. So, you may remember from a previous episode where I hit the wrong button. I think I hit the right button and it fired a heatsink from all 3 heatsinks. Well, you'll notice that now that I took them off of my fire groups and I hit the X button, or excuse me, the Z button, it only fired 1 of the 6, or excuse me, the 9 that I have. So that's just a handy tip to make things a little easier. It's easier to use a hotkey than it is to setting them to a actual key or mouse button, because then you can have more and you don't have to worry about cycling through the different ones and all that stuff. Alright, so we're going to a Class M star, which is what we need because we're going to be scooping a lot of these in order to keep going. And if I can make it to where I don't have to stop in a bunch of stations, that would be preferable. Distance in here. Notice that the temperature is staying really cool on this this Dolphin now that we got it set up like this. So let's see how close we can actually get it before it starts heating up. So there in the middle of our indicators, right above fuel scoop active, is where it finally starts heating up. We're pretty much maxed out on our fuel scooping capability. Ooh, a little bit closer than I want to be. Let's see if it cools off if we go back down. I don't think it will. Yep, there it is cooling off. So if you find the butter zone where you can keep this at a steady distance from the sun, you can quite handily get yourself refueled there. Now that we know we can cool her off, we'll let her actually fill up here. And I think this is actually faster than trying to go into a docking and doing it that way, because usually you gotta fly a little ways and you gotta land, and every time you go into one of those places you risk being scanned and ruining your missions. So oh, we got a little bit too far. There we go. And just like that, we're down to 66% heat again. Alright, let's do this.
Frameshift drive charging.
Six more jumps.
3, 2, 1.
Fly these really close so we can maximize the amount of time that we're on full fuel scoop. the more we scoop as we go, the less we have to do all in one trip. And there is another method to fuel scooping too. You don't necessarily have to keep flying around a planet. And
4, 3, 2, 1.
and that was actually something that I did on my long hop when I went clear out to Colonia.
Fuel scooping.
If you hang out till we get down on fuel a little more, I'll show you how that works. Basically, it's similar. You just get to, because you don't have to be moving in order to fuel scoop. You can more or less just sit there and sit still at the right distance from the sun and fuel scoop.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
3 more jumps. Oh, this is a big one. Big old star.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Temperature's fine, Sally. Should be cooling off pretty soon. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, too early.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Now we're good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Come on, dang it. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Did not want to cool off for us. Alright.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
And even though the next destination is away from the sun, it doesn't hurt to get a quick scoop anyway, so.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Incoming mission critical message. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, there we go. History of Waterloo. I have a feeling that's where we should be going. Let's double check. Oh, that one's done already. History of Waterloo, yep. That's the one. Oh, it's behind there, so we gotta come around. I don't think this one is as much it's not on the surface of the planet, so we'll try to keep outside of orbital cruise. Although I can't make any guarantees. Closer, closer. Chop the throttle and scan it. And then, before we get scanned,
Mission objective complete. Frameshift drive charging.
we'll boost back out of here. We gotta get away from one of the ships. It's
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
one of the big ships was affecting our ability to engage our frameshift drive. Alright, and on to number 3. Zerla.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, how many jumps? 6 jumps to Zerla. And as you can tell, this one's going to take a bit of fuel for the jump.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So, once we get there, I'll show you that other method of fuel scooping. So essentially,
Fuel scooping.
you gotta find that nice spot. Where we can max it out. There we go. And we're at as low of a speed as we can go, which is 30 kilometers per second, or yeah. So we're hardly moving, but as you can see, our fuel rate is maxed out, so that's as fast as we can refuel. And we're not heating up because we're not too close to the sun, but we're close enough that our fuel scoop is at maximum capability. So that's the nice thing about doing this method, because as long as I don't get interdicted or have somebody come screw with me, I can sit here until my tank is full. So I could go do something else, or go find something to occupy my time, maybe do some research on some other ships or modules for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. But while we're sitting here, let's check some messages. Okay, what's he want? Visit conflict zone. Okay, we'll check these in a minute. I want to check the status of our passengers. So this one is happy. Happy. And happy. So unless they change something, we should still be good on as far as not having to worry about, because if you notice, where did it go? One of these guys wanted, oh, there's nav beacon data, that's not it. Locate goods. So they only have 2 units of domestic appliances. And they give you a bonus of a whopping 39,000 credits, which is hardly worth it. So, I think that should be good enough on this. So then we can just throttle back up, point to our next system, and by the time we get past, we might warm up a little bit. But there you go. Then you're not sitting there while you're you're already full and wasting your time. But yeah, I usually don't do that unless they change something to where like they decrease happiness faster.
4, 3, 2.
However, if they do get unhappy enough, they will jettison themselves from your ship. So they will bail the hell out. So you have to kind of pay attention as to what kind of passengers you have on. And one thing to keep in mind is just because it doesn't say, if you notice on the bottom right of my screen, it says illegal passenger. So just because it doesn't say that, if you have passengers on there, does not mean that they don't want to be scanned. So you could have passengers that just are secretive and they're not illegal passengers, and if you get scanned, they will become unhappy really fast. So know what you're carrying. These white ones like this are usually really large. As you can tell, we're barely moving around it. How many jumps we got? 3 jumps left. Cool off. There we go. Ah, T-Class star. That means no fueling for us. No fuel. Get outside of this ring right away. Just because you can't fuel on it does not mean you can't get too close to it.
Frameshift drive charging.
2 jumps. And the way I chose these, this is the closest one to our originating system. So shouldn't be that far to go home once we're here. I don't know where the ring on this sucker is because it didn't show it to me right away. So we're going to kind of watch it down on our HUD down there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yep. Good deal. So think of it, basically think of a bunch of planets and things like that hanging from a plate, and that plate is what this ring represents down below. And the easiest way to read it is, well, you have to have some depth perception. If you're if you only have one eye or blind out of one eye, you may have an issue with it. But as you can see,
Fuel scooping.
the two that I have on there that are bright are above, and then there's a handful that are below as well.
Disengaged.
Let's go see if we can find it. 0, so Wreckin' Business. Or Recon Business, I guess, depending on how you pronounce it. But anyway, think of it like a plate with things hanging above and below it. So it's also distance oriented. The further you get out on the plate, the shorter a distance is, a long distance is represented. So, for example, if I'm under, let's say I'm 5 miles from, 5 miles below a planet, it'll have a line up in the middle of that circle, and then I'll have the planet above me. Oop, I suppose I should pay attention. And if I fly away from it in a straight line, I'm still technically pointed underneath that planet, but because it's so far away, it'll look like it's really close to the edge. Which is why if you look at the planets on this ring, see how they all kind of get closer as they get further away from me? That's what I'm talking about. Some of these planets just look awesome. And I love how they even got like the glare in the glass. It looks like it's a little scratch and things like that. God, this game is beautiful sometimes. Well, in all honesty, it's beautiful most of the time. But just like with anything else in your life, you usually get used to it and it's like, eh. It's like, well, it doesn't look bad. Take somebody new and show them the game and they're like, oh, it's awesome.
Mission objective.
And back into
Drive
cruise.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And let's set a course for home. Zoom out. Kokajina. Actually, let's just use Alley Ring. There we go. Plot hit. How many jumps? 3 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, we only had to refuel twice, technically. Well, we only had to slow down or make laps or stop twice.
4, 3, 2,
But technically, every time we went past a sun that was scoopable, we scooped it. So. But nobody likes a smartass, so that's not the version I'm going with.
fuel scooping.
And I honestly wasn't sure whether I was going to like the 75 a second.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But it doesn't seem too
Drive
bad.
charging.
I mean, it's not fast by any means, but it'll get the job done for now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So let's see, it's been about I know we're still under an hour. I would say
Frameshift drive
we might be a
charging.
little bit over a half an hour. But let's see what we're looking at real quick if we can. Nope, not gonna have enough time. 500,000.
4, 3,
So there's over 1 million. believe the third one was that one that was planetary was over $1 million. So we're looking at least 2 million. So 2 million credits in half an hour. Without exploits. I think that's pretty darn good. But there are a lot of people who will look in this game for exploits. Say there's a system that you can buy a commodity from and then turn around and sell it right back to them. And I think they got just about all of them, if not all of them, fixed and taken care of. But there's still the occasional exploit that's it's probably different than that. But people look for that so they can make credits really fast. And I think that just, I don't know, it kind of takes the realism out of it. I mean, if you can find a system where they are wanting to send data to a specific other system, and both those systems are close, and they basically want to send data back and forth, and you can get your reputation up as well as get Federation or Empire ranks built up really fast, then that's a legitimate thing. But you know, whether you want to grind that out or not is a whole different situation. But when you take an exploit, it kind of takes overexposed here. I don't know. It kind of takes something out of the game for me. It just makes it a little less interesting. It's like, yeah, look at all these credits I've got. I've been playing for a week. It's like, ooh, that was fun. You took a game that should technically last you years, and you've turned it into a wham bam, hey, that was fun, let's find something else kind of thing. Because this game is visually appealing. It's nice to look at. It's calming for me. It's not something that I've ever really raged over. I mean, occasionally you'll have something happen where an actual player will, it could be unexpected. You'll be in a defenseless ship and they'll come in and pull you out of super cruise and blow you up. And yeah, it'll piss you off, but it doesn't get me anyway. So we still got passengers on here, so we still want to line this up. So if we get scanned, we're going to go silent and drop a heat sink after we get warmed up. Oh, no scan. Usually you're good once you get inside the dock. I want to say I have been scanned inside the dock, but that could just be me getting old or something. Alright, so let's call that, shoot, I'm almost positive we're still under 40 minutes.
You may disembark when ready. Good to have you, Commander.
And we're at 30-30 as far as credits. Alright, we can do reputation or income. Let's do... I'm not entirely worried about it. The reputation will come, and it seems to be going down fairly quick. So... Nope, taking the money on that one. Alright, so we're at 30-30, and we're now at 5.5 million. So that took us up we'll call it 2.37. It's almost over 2.25 million in 40 minutes. I'd say that's, ooh, excuse me. I'd say that's pretty darn good early game. considering if we look. Where is it? Oh wait, I want to go to statistics. Blah, blah, blah. So you can't go over here to statistics and see all your actual statistics. Let's see, exploration. Pretty sure it's in here somewhere. Maybe it's right up top and I just blew past it. Nope. Oh, wrong button. So here you can see we've got 11.7 million in assets, which pretty darn good. Crime? Never had crime. Us crime? No. So trading, we've traded in 3 markets for over 1 million credits. 71 commodities traded. Let's see. Materials collected, 99. Could have sworn. Maybe I'm just not remembering where it's at. Oh, wait. Huh. So, anyway, while we're in here, so let's see. Recon facilities exist on many worlds, blah, blah, blah. If you want to read through this, go ahead. I'll even scroll down for you. There you go. Anyway, history Waterloo. Rat hole. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna read through that one. Hottest terraformed world. Somebody got raked over the coals. Take part in exciting water sports or just chill and cruise. Yeah, alright. Interesting. New agreements. Anyway, so this is an invitation from Felicity Farseer. If we go to our for menu and we go over here to engineers, we can see Felicity Farseer. So it shows her allegiance, her home system, and while this is an invitation, keep in mind, or make a mental note, if you will, to come in here and review the log, because it says you learned about Felicity Farseer from public data sources. Yep. You gained access because your Pilots Federation exploration rank is Scout or higher. Oh, we're on Surveyor. And the third one is the important one. You fulfilled your initial contract by providing a unit of meta-alloys. I won't get into meta-alloys at the moment, but I believe there's only a few places, if not only one place to get those. So once we go to do that, we'll look further into that. And you can see there's a handful over here. So these are all public. So through common knowledge is Todd the Blaster, the Dweller, Elvira, Liz Ryder, and Felicity. So these engineers you can go to and you can trade. Well, it's items from your materials, whether it's materials as far as like these are manufactured because they're basic conductors. There's manufactured, 3 types. Manufactured. I don't have any of the other stuff because we haven't been mining yet. And here's the data, and then the other one is raw, so you can get like iron and silicone or silicon, I should say. But so yeah, that is where this goes to, which we will get to once I get there. But for now, was it 33 million? No, it couldn't have been 33 million. What was the Asp Explorer cost? 6.6 million. Alright. I want to do some outfitting. I want to see if we can improve our fuel scoop and our scanner. Because if we do that, we won't even really have to stop for fuel. Let's take a look, see what our current fuel. Oh, we do have a 2A on there. We could upgrade it to a 3A or a 4A. Now that's a little bit of a bummer. But I do also want to see about this this layout. So that being said, let's pull this over and yeah. So let's see, Dolphin. All right, I think we got ours dekitted. Let's go back, go into core. So CADA. And the rest are D. So C 3A, I believe. 2A power plant. How about that? 2A. Okay, 2A power plant, 4D, 2D. 4D, 2D. So 4D thrusters and a 2D power distributor. I think everything else we had dekitted except for a 4A FSD. Alright. Then we have, let's see, business first, economy, let's see, business first, shield, economy, fuel. I'm not even really worried about that shield generator. We could probably throw, let's play around with that, see if we can't get a better layout. So let's go to a, let's see, we'll take this one off. Let's drop everything actually, except for the discovery scanner. Let's see, shields, where's the shields? Hanger, limpet, here we go. So we put a 2A shield cell bank on it. We can do passenger cabins. 5B luxury is 4. C first class is 3. It's looking kind of skimpy. Did I miss it? No, not yet. Let's see, a 4E passenger cabin for business. 4D. Now what do we got in there? A 2A fuel scoop? Yep. Okay. And then economy. Wow, that's kind of lame. So we got 4 luxury, 3 first, 6 business, 4 economy. I'm gonna look at something, see if I can find that's stupid. So this guy's got only 1 luxury cabin. Yeah, not the kind of thing I'm looking for. Although, we may have to see about doing looks like there's a lot of people that are only running 1 or 2 cabins on these things. Luxury first, economy. Okay. Let's see about Wow, that's a lot faster, isn't it? What's a 3A? 176. We've got a 2A. So 75. More than twice that. Wow. It was over 4 times the original. We wouldn't even have to stop. We could just go wherever we needed to go. Let's see about doing that. Luxury first. And economy. We got a shield cell. What am I missing? Cargo. Get that out of here. I think that'll work. I think that'll work fairly well. Let's try loading it up that way. So luxury first, fuel, economy, shield, cargo. Alright, back to it. Sorry, I'm just flipping through things here on my desktop. Alright, here we go. Okay. Actually, let's go back. Didn't we pick up a luxury? Wait a minute. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Work with me here. Chaff launcher, that's all we've got stored. Alright, optional internal. Let's see what they got. Actually, before we do that, I don't think so. 2.8 million for a 4A fuel scoop. Alright, let's store all this stuff. Alright, so we'll keep this. It's fairly close to what we've got anyway. So 5B is a luxury class. That's pretty pricey. Why not? Then we want a first class. Wait. Aha. So we got luxury first. This is going to be a fuel scoop. Ooh, that's pricey. 2.8 million for a fuel scoop. You know what? Let's do that. That'll save us a little bit of time. Alright, and then I gotta look at my loadout one more time. 2A shield cell. Okay. So this is the economy. Now, I didn't say that in here. Oh, it's because the shield cell bank. Oh, God. Alright. Well, we're not too committed yet. Where are the shields? So 3D shield generator and a 2E passenger cabin. We got 4 luxury, 3 first class, and 2 economy. I definitely don't want to fly without a shield generator. But apparently a 2 won't do it, so that looks like that's our option. Fine. Alright, 5-4. Fuel scoop's fine. Put that in storage. I don't think we have anything. Nope. Passenger cabins. What do we got for transfer options? 3D shield generator. And we're down to 970,000 credits. But we got the loadout we want pretty much. Still want to upgrade this to advanced. We need 1.5 for that. Let's see what we can get out of our stored modules. Wow. It's not ideal. I'm not keeping a bunch of stuff laying around now, so. Oh, we're almost there. Alright. Let's take a look. What's our status? Harmless Merchant Surveyor. Alright. Well, considering this is a passenger ship, let's go with Explorer Surveyor on the front and Merchant on the side. And then once we get some actual combat experience, we'll upgrade the rest. Alright, let's see what the passenger lounge has for us. The good news is that we don't have to stop for fuel anymore, or shouldn't have to. That's what I'm talking about right there. See that? 833. Oh wait, that's transport, sightseeing, transport. You're not friendly with us. Sightseeing adventure, 1.2 million. Okay, so we do have some options eventually. So that's 2 locations. Well, it's not horrible. Like I said before, I prefer things that are quick. 1.2. How far away? Quite a ways. There's a 3-stop shop. We'll take that one. Secretive, being scanned. So there's one of the ones I was talking about, where one second. Where it doesn't say that they're a criminal, but it does say secretive, being scanned will greatly reduce their satisfaction. So keep that in mind. What do they want to fly? Business. Of course, they're going to take the only luxury one I've got. Fine. So, let's look at our numbers. See what we have for options, or lack thereof. See, 118, 259. Wait, was that transport? Yep. That's 218. There's another transport. Another transport. I wonder how far this one is. 76, 138, 154. There's this 2-stop. Maybe. Let's see, so that's 833. I don't know. I don't. As much as I was trying to avoid those. Oh, we still got one left. 2 left. 218, 530. How far? 73 and 124. You know what? Let's do it. Alright, what do we got? Our invitation still. Alright, let's check out the galaxy map. These are going to be a ways out there. Well, not that far. So there's our first 3. Let's go to La first. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, that's not too bad. 3,000. Alright. Lunch. 3 jumps. Not too shabby.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
Yeah, regulate, schmegulate. Keep in mind that we do have passengers that don't want to be scanned on here, so have to be careful of that.
Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
3, 2, 1.
If you're watching, don't be shy. Go ahead and throw a comment in the stream chat, and we can go from there. Otherwise, I don't mind being watched.
Fuel scooping.
So, watch this fuel quantity.
Fuel scooping complete.
And we're full already. Oh, it's retarded. It's ridiculous.
Frameshift
That's what I was
drive
hoping for, though.
charging.
Now we don't have to worry about stopping for fuel, period. What some people would call ideal.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That should expedite our travels greatly. One more jump. Oh, we are going to Le. I'd assume it's not pronounced Lu. Although now, this day and age,
4, 3, 2, 1.
people got all kinds of stupid ways to spell things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. Alright.
Incoming mission critical
Go
message.
scan.
Fuel scooping.
See if we can find our points.
Fuel scooping
So we're going to in memory. I do remember that from when we selected it. Oh, that's a close one too. Very nice. And slow her down. This one might be planetary. I do believe so. Which is not a problem. So you can see we're already slowing down even though I'm at 75% throttle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch up and aim at the top of this circle. And I'm going to throttle all the way up. So that when I drop into orbital cruise, well, as you can see it's speeding up, but it's not speeding up very much.
Orbital flight engaged.
What we can do is put this up here. We want to still be in the negative on the altitude. You see we're about negative 15 right now. So we're going to put this up here. We are full throttle. Load the gravitational pull. Oop. Keep it in the negative. What I'm trying to do is get further over top of our target, and that way I can come down at a steeper angle, and we'll come in a little bit faster on the glide. And we'll nose her down. Come on, here comes the glide. You'll know you're close enough when, well, besides not being in Super Cruise anymore, when you can see the diamond of your target, or square, or whichever it is. I can't remember right now. Oh, yeah, it's a diamond. There we go. And lock onto that.
Incoming mission critical message.
We're gonna boost. Get out of our mass lock. I usually go up to at least 45. Wait for this. Oh, there we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Boost back out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Make them interdict us if they want us. Alright, so off to the galaxy map. I should have some that are further away. Let's work our way south. Sugrivik. Still mass locked. What? Why is my boost not working? dang it, that's why, because I was already in Super Cruise, I forgot. My bad. Maybe we can just jump right to it this time, though.
Frameshift drive charging.
No time lost. Ooh, that's close. Look how close that is. So we're just gonna jump straight to it. We're gonna boost. Okay, that was a bad idea. Drop a heat sink.
Frameshift drive charging.
Come on. Wow. Well, if it wants to be that way, then let it be that way.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Apparently the gravitational pull was too much for it to overcome. I don't know if you noticed, but the white lines that we see right now that are flying past us were like we were sinking towards the planet, which I don't get. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, so to speak. So I went into just Super Cruise, and then we pressed V to go to our target once we were in Super Cruise. Ooh, pulsar. Nice. Oh, no scooping on that one. I'm not risking it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Can we get there before we get too hot? Oh yeah. Two more jumps.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, let's see how fast we can top off some fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just about got it done. Either way, one more system, one more sun like that, and we'll be good. Last jump.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, where are we going?
Message. Fuel scooping.
So usually you can find this, and then find something of note for that location. That's usually where you have to go.
Disengaged.
First time I did that, I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. Because if you look at it, there's your target. So you'd think that that's where you needed to go, but it's not. It's something related to it that's a subcategory of it. So, bear it in mind. I will not slow down until I get closer. 10. we go. Anybody get dizzy? Alright. There's that dang visitor beacon. Oh, you can also scan planets. See that ring around it? You can get surface scanners, and then you can get extra credits for those when you turn in the data. A lot more extra credit, actually, if it's an Earth-like world, a high metal world, or a water world. Just food for thought. If I had more slots on this thing, I might consider it, but
Frameshift drive charging.
alrighty.
Four, three, two,
Let's plot our next one.
engage.
And now they're starting to split up. Let's take a look and see which one has a lot of. Memory and Hoji. Whatever. So, that crap out of the way. Let's go here first.
Frameshift drive charging.
4 jumps. I also noticed that around here, most stars are scoopable, so as long as you got the capability of getting a little bit of distance, i.e. doing a few jumps before you have to refuel, then you'll be alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
I realize I'm kind of doing an abridged version of every system, but if you really wanted to, I mean, you could slow this way down and stop in whatever system you're in and check out the system data, maybe look around a little bit.
Frameshift drive charging.
This game is whatever you want it to be. I mean, looking around is usually pretty nice. It's kind of lackluster at the moment because there's just dark, but
4, 3, 2,
yeah, that's what it is. Here's our next destination.
Incoming mission critical message. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Looks like we get to circle around the sun a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of time after I hit the throttle. Top off my vape pen. Although I suppose it's more of a mod than a pen. Ooh, is this from Planetary? I don't remember if we picked up a Planetary one or not. But we'll know once we get down to about 0.15 light seconds distance. Yep, this one's Planetary. So we're gonna come down here. This one looks like the end of a summer sausage. I'd say something definitely freaking smack down over there. Look at it. Now tell me, that doesn't look like the end of a summer sausage with the lines, and I suppose you could throttle up. You could consider it more of a those bouncy balls with the rubber bands on them that you smack and fill up with air. But because of the color, I just think summer sausage. Sausage. Some of these can seem like they take forever. Almost down to cruising speed. there. Scanning.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright. Let's see what we're up to next. Well, it's not too far anymore, is it? Hoji it is. Oh, we're still mass locked. So that's 5 jumps, that's not too bad.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I think we should come out around, unless I'm mistaken, should come out around 2 million off of this run.
3, 2.
With a teeny tiny dolphin and a whopping, what was it, 8 passengers?
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
We can do to surface.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, looks like we'll get a chance to fuel up on this one.
Fuel scooping.
3 jumps left.
Fuel scooping complete.
Wyomina.
Frameshift drive
Sounds like
charging.
what you mean. What do you mean in a foreign language? Wyomina.
3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, man. Seems like it's taking a long time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hoji.
Fuel scooping.
Photo the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Frameshift drive charging.
suppose it's fortunate that most of these locations are fairly close to the jump star. Good, this one's not on the planet. Pretty sweet.
Mission objective complete.
We're gonna go away from the planet this time.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, what's left? Salada. That's a long ways away. How many jumps is that? I wonder. 225. Wow.
Frameshift drive charging.
10 jumps. So long as it doesn't make us come all the way back out here.
3, 2,
I think the jumps are actually less than a minute each. So, shouldn't be too bad.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think if you're able to get in, quick scoop and get out, then I think you can, I don't know, I would equate it to
4, 3, 2,
I don't know, 6 jumps in 5 minutes? Something like that.
fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Ep7. Should top off our fuel. Oh, maybe it's not as big as I thought it was.
Frameshift drive charging.
Either way, I think we're almost keeping up, so. 6 more jumps. So I guess we'll see how accurate it was on the 5 minutes thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
There's one we can't fuel on. More jumps. Snooze. So one thing I realized the other day is that this game is actually sleep proof. Well, not sleep proof, but sleep safe for the most part. Like if you're a super cruise flying towards a distant planet somewhere and you end up falling asleep, you'll pretty much just overshoot it, but you'll be out in the boonies, so you should be alright as far as safety. Ooh, this is a 3rd star in a row that we couldn't scoop on. Let's see how long this lasts. Either way, we've got 3 jumps left, counting this one. So, you have to worry about it, we're worried about it, but I don't think we'll have to worry about it because there's plenty of stars around and odds are pretty good that one of the next 2 or 3 will be scoopable. DA. I don't think we can scoop on that one. I know the A by itself we can, unless this one's like a hybrid or something. I don't know that I've ever seen a DA. Oh, got it.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive charging.
So that's how you supercharge that. I think I've covered that before. Pulsar stars. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you should have been able to see the benefit of upgrading a fuel scoop.
Incoming mission critical message.
Because we haven't had this stop since we started.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, let's find our spots. Oh, there we go.
Fuel scoop
And
disengaged.
what are we looking for? The Black Prince? What? Oh, let's fly towards it anyway. Maybe by scanning on the way there, we'll be able to glean a little bit more info off of it. Yeah. Muy interesante. There it is. Sometimes you just gotta get closer. Oh, never mind. I was like, oh, we're gonna run into the rings. Gotta pay attention to that stuff. Scanning.
Mission objective complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Back to Super Cruise.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Alright. Hopefully we can just go back to our home system. Yay! Alright, good deal. Back to Ellie Ring. Before we do that, let's double check. Collect your reward. Collect your reward. Collect your reward. Excellent. Let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're looking at 6 jumps. Not too shabby. get some fuel.
Fuel scooping.
And let's see how skinny we can run this. What's the next system?
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, it's an M. We can scoop that. Let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then there were 4.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Almost there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Not a bad run. I think that was about an hour.
4, 3, 2.
Maybe a little bit more. I don't think we'll be quite as efficient or get as many credits per hour as we did last time, but I still don't think we did too bad. So.
Fuel scoping.
And I am going to pause it right here, and I'll be right back.
Fuel scooping complete.
On second thought, I think we might be able to make it in here. Got to make a bathroom run. We're gonna fight the clock here. Snuck up on me. Nope. Be back. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Good old call of nature. Let's get run back in here. So you want to tip it down a little bit so we can come in from the right angle. Because we do have people that don't want to be scanned aboard our vessel. I hit a .02 too early. He does some bullshit.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Scout Cruiser, Sierra Lima, India. This port operates under federal jurisdiction. You must submit a request before landing. Approved for access. Proceed to landing pad 19er.
All the way out and all the way back without stopping at any other stations. That's the way we like to do it. 19. Where's 19? There it is.
Landing gear deployed.
Sweet.
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground crew. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
All right, all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see about putting a advanced scanner on this puppy. And that way we can scan the entire system and not just ones that are close to the sun. So optional internal all the way to the bottom. Well, close to it. Basic discovery scanner. Stellar body. 1.5. World exchange for chump change. And there we go. It's very nice. So, not too shabby. So let me show you one thing that we'll probably end up doing here in the future. I don't know how soon in the future. But with these, there's modifications. This is what the engineers are that I was telling you about. So if we take this 4A frameshift drive that's on this Dolphin, and we modify it for increased range down here and go to level 5, and do a, let's see, which experimental would we want? Deep charge. Probably stripped down, I'm thinking. See, that takes us all the way up to 40 light years. 40. Tell me that ain't the shit. So, let me see here. If we go to Inara, which I introduced you to at a previous encounter. So we've got Felicity. And she does grade 5 frameshift drive. So in order to do increased range on the FSD, here's what we would need. We would need so figure about 7 or 8 of each. So we'd need 7 atypical disrupted wake echoes times 2 chemical processors times 2. So basically we'd need 16 atypical disrupted wake echoes, 16 chemical processors, 8 phosphorus, 8 strange wake solutions, and you can, in here, if you go into this, you can click on it, and it'll show you kind of how they're acquired down here by location. It also tells you whether they're common or uncommon. So the subtype is wake scans, and these are very common. Do it by high wake scanning, so you can get it from mission rewards, and you get a higher chance in boom system states. So just something to consider. There's our Dolphin. So now we can officially scan entire systems. And let's go to Universal. See what kind of data we got. Not a lot, but we may be able to no? Let's take a look at the mission board real quick. I want to take a peek. Let's see if we have our Federation mission yet. Nope. I want to say it's usually on top. Get back in there. Alright, massacre. Pirates. Nopey nope. Alright. Well, anyway, thanks for anybody who viewed on the stream. If you did, don't forget to click that follow button so I get the followers up. And if you're viewing on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. And leave a like if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. And so that'll wrap up this episode. And I think the next episode we'll see about maybe taking out the Cobra again. And see if we can't pick up the supplies. Or go see if we can gather the things we need in order to get the jump range on this Dolphin boosted. So tune in next time, and we'll see you then.